Ladies and gentlemen, I want to speak to you today about one of the most valuable things you have: time. Time is your most precious resource. Every single second, every single minute, every hour, every day, every month, these are all pieces of your life. Once they are gone forever. And with each passing year, we are either growing or stagnating. We are either progressing toward our purpose, or we are letting time slip through our fingers. The truth is, time is not on your side. If you have been living your life without a sense of purpose, without clear goals, without a roadmap for where you want to go, then I urge you to reconsider how you are spending your time. A new year does not guarantee new opportunities. It only gives you a chance to make new decisions. The question is, will you make those decisions count? Or will you waste another year? The reality is, this purpose fuels progress. When you know your purpose, your life gains clarity and direction. Without it, you're like a ship lost at sea. Each year is a fresh opportunity to align your actions with that purpose, to take intentional steps toward becoming who you were always meant to be. Don't wait for the year to change, make the change yourself. Many people allow themselves to be distracted. We live in a world filled with noise, filled with distractions, filled with things that seem important, but in the grand scheme of things are not. Focus on what matters. Identify what you truly value, what you want to achieve, and pour your energy into that. Every moment spent on things that don't align with your goals is a moment wasted. And yes, growth takes time. Personal growth is not a quick fix. It's a lifelong process. But do not fool yourself into thinking that just because growth takes time, you can afford to waste years. Commit to growth every single day. Read, learn, reflect. Push yourself. The small steps you take every day add up to massive progress over time. Now, I want you to understand this: failure is not the enemy. In fact, it's often a stepping stone to success. Too many people avoid taking action because they fear failure. But let me tell you something: if you are not failing, you are not growing. If you are not risking anything, you are not living. Failure is just feedback, not the end of the road. If you keep moving forward, you will reach your destination. And let's be clear, inaction costs more than failure. The greatest cost you will ever pay is the price of inaction. It's the cost of waiting for things to happen instead of making them happen. When you wait, you waste time. And time wasted is a year of your life that can never be returned. Don't let the months pass by without progress. Act now and act with purpose. But the key to all of this is responsibility. It's time to take full responsibility for where you are. Your life, your circumstances, your success, or your lack thereof, it is all on you. Stop blaming others or external factors. You have the power to change your situation. Own your life. Only when you take full responsibility will you find the strength to move forward and create lasting change. Understand this: success is not a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice. It's a matter of choice. It's about the choices you make each day, the decisions you take, the actions you take. It's not about waiting for the right time, it's about making the time right. If you want to succeed, you must be deliberate, consistent, and purposeful in your actions. And finally, I want you to think about your legacy. Your legacy is built every day by the choices you make, by the actions you take. The life you lead today is the legacy you will leave tomorrow. Will you leave a legacy of wasted potential, or will you leave a legacy of greatness, of purpose fulfilled? The decision is yours, and it starts today. Don't wait another year. Make the decision now to live with purpose, to act with intention, and to create a life that you can be proud of. The clock is ticking. How will you spend your time? Time is a precious resource. It is the one thing in life that once spent can never be regained. No matter who you are or what you have, time remains the most valuable currency you have, and yet it is the one thing we often waste the most. People sometimes believe that time will always be available to them, that there will always be another opportunity, another day, another year. But this is an illusion. Time waits for no one, and it will not pause or slow down for you. Think about this. Every moment you live is a moment that passes you by. Once a minute is gone, it is gone forever. Every day you wake up with a fresh 24 hours, a gift that many never get. But how often do you truly maximize those hours? How often do you truly live with purpose in mind, making each minute count towards something meaningful? When you fail to see time for what it truly is, precious, finite, and irreplaceable, you begin to squander it. We all know that life can sometimes feel like it's moving too fast, yet it's also easy to let days slip into weeks and weeks into months without realizing the impact of those lost hours. How much time have you spent waiting for the perfect moment to start something important, to take action, to move toward your dreams? How much time has been wasted on distractions, on things that didn't truly matter, on people and experiences that didn't add value to your life? The truth is, no matter how much you may want to slow time down, it moves forward relentlessly. The years pass, and before you know it, a decade has gone by. Are you closer to your goals, to the person you want to become, or are you simply the same as you were before? Every year is a chance for you to decide what your next steps are, but too often we let them slip by, thinking that we have more time than we do. We waste time in many ways. Sometimes we waste time on things that bring no lasting joy or fulfillment, on relationships that drain us, on tasks that don't contribute to our growth or success. At other times, we waste time waiting for external circumstances to change, for life to get better, before we take action. But the reality is that the external world will rarely change without you making the first move. You cannot afford to waste another year hoping for something to be different. You must make it different. Time once lost is not something you can earn back. You cannot buy it, borrow it, or reclaim it. It is gone forever. This is why it is so crucial to recognize the value of every moment, of every day, and to live in such a way that you honor that precious gift. Time should never be something you take for granted. Your potential is unlimited, but it is only realized through consistent, deliberate action over time. Every choice you make with your time shapes the person you become. Each moment spent in pursuit of your goals adds another building block to your future. If you wait too long to start, to change, to take action, you may miss out on the very thing you've been waiting for. Time does not allow for hesitation or second chances. You are not promised another day, another year, or another opportunity to act. The time to do what matters is now, in this moment. Time is precious, and the way you use it defines the course of your life. How you spend your time is the single most significant factor in determining whether you will achieve your dreams or fall short. Will you waste it on the mundane, or will you invest it in your growth, in your vision, and in becoming the person you are meant to be? The choice is yours. Do not allow another year to pass without making it count. Purpose fuels progress. Without purpose, we are like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly through the vast ocean of life. Every action we take, every decision we make, requires direction. If we don't know where we're going or why we're going there, we can easily get lost in the noise, distractions, and challenges that come our way. Purpose gives us the clarity to move forward, to keep going even when the path gets difficult, and to stay focused on what truly matters. It is the driving force behind everything we do. The force that pushes us through obstacles, motivates us in the face of adversity, and ignites our passion to make a difference. When you have a clear sense of purpose, you wake up every day with intention. You no longer wander through life reacting to whatever happens around you. Instead, you actively choose your actions based on what aligns with your purpose. This focus provides you with a deep sense of fulfillment because every step you take is in alignment with who you are meant to become. You stop wasting energy on things that don't contribute to your goals or dreams and start putting your efforts toward things that matter, things that are meaningful to you. Purpose not only helps you make better decisions, but it also gives you resilience. The road to success is not always smooth, and there will be times when the challenges seem insurmountable. When your purpose is clear, it serves as a constant reminder of why you started in the first place. It keeps you grounded during times of uncertainty, reminding you that your efforts have meaning beyond the struggle. With purpose, you can push through the hardships and setbacks knowing that each setback is just a lesson on the way to something greater. Having a sense of purpose also helps you align your time, your resources, and your relationships. You begin to understand what to prioritize. No longer will you waste your time on pursuits that don't align with your purpose or allow distractions to take you off course. You start to make deliberate choices about where to invest your energy and focus, and the people around you begin to sense this too. When you are living with purpose, you attract those who are also driven by purpose, and together you can help each other grow, succeed, and make a meaningful impact. Purpose helps you measure progress. Without it, progress can seem elusive, as you may not even know what you're working toward. But with purpose, every small step forward counts. You know that every effort you make, no matter how minor it may seem in the moment, is contributing to your bigger vision. Your purpose acts as a yardstick for success, and each day that you take action toward that purpose is a day that you can feel good about, no matter what else happens. Purpose gives you the ability to track your growth and celebrate every win along the way, no matter how small. Your purpose also fuels passion. When you are driven by something greater than yourself, when you know why you're doing something, you are naturally more motivated to keep going, even when the journey gets tough. Passion doesn't come from external validation or rewards. It comes from within, from the alignment of your heart, mind, and actions towards something that matters to you. It's this passion that propels you forward, giving you the energy to take on challenges that would otherwise seem impossible. Having purpose in your life transforms the way you approach everything. It removes the confusion and uncertainty that often hold us back from moving forward. It brings clarity and focus, and it allows you to align every area of your life with your deepest values and goals. When you live with purpose, your life becomes more than just a series of days passing by. It becomes a journey, a mission to fulfill, and each day brings you closer to that mission. Purpose not only fuels progress, it makes progress meaningful, transformative, and life-changing. Every year is a new opportunity. Each new year brings with it a fresh canvas, a chance to start anew, to leave behind what no longer serves you, and to embrace the possibilities that lie ahead. The turning of the calendar is not just a passage of time, it's a symbol of renewal and potential. But the opportunity that a new year presents isn't about waiting for something magical to happen. It's about understanding that you have the power to create change, to set the direction of your life, and to make the most of the time you have. Many people see the new year as a marker of time, an event that signals the passing of another year. But in reality, it's much more than that. A new year is a chance to redefine yourself, to reassess your goals, to revisit your dreams, and to recommit to the person you're becoming. It's easy to get stuck in patterns, to follow the same routines year after year, and to find yourself drifting instead of intentionally moving toward your aspirations. The new year is a wake-up call, a reminder that time is moving and that you have the ability to chart a new course for your life. We often spend time thinking about what went wrong in the past year, the missed opportunities, the failures, the things that we wish we had done differently. But dwelling on the past only steals the power of the present. Every year offers you the chance to begin again, to reset your focus and make decisions that will move you forward. Each new year brings with it the possibility to build on the lessons of the past, to learn from your mistakes, and to use those lessons to fuel your progress moving forward. It's easy to get caught in the trap of procrastination, telling yourself that there's always next year to get started, always another time to begin. But the truth is, every year is a finite opportunity. You don't know how many years you have, and every moment spent waiting for perfect conditions is a moment you'll never get back. Don't allow another year to pass by without taking action. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is often the willingness to take bold, decisive action, regardless of how imperfect the timing may seem. As you approach the new year, ask yourself, what will I do with this opportunity? What goals will I set? What changes will I make? What steps will I take toward the life I truly want to live? It's not enough to simply wait for the new year to come. You must seize it. You must make it yours. Set your intentions high, align your actions with your deepest values, and take the necessary steps each day to turn your vision into reality. The key to making the most of each new year is understanding that you are in control. The world will present challenges, obstacles, and setbacks, but it is how you respond that will determine your success. The new year offers a blank slate, and every day within that year is another opportunity to move forward, to take action, and to shape your life in a way that reflects your true desires. Some people treat the new year as a fleeting event, something that comes and goes without making any real change. But for those who understand the value of time, the new year is a launching pad, a starting point for everything they hope to achieve. Whether it's personal growth, career advancement, building meaningful relationships, or pursuing a new passion, the new year is an opportunity to recommit to what matters most and take deliberate steps toward it. Don't wait for the new year to bring change on its own. You must be the catalyst. The new year gives you the chance to say, this is my time. This is the year I take control. This is the year I make progress, no matter what obstacles may arise. And with every step you take, with every decision you make, you are claiming that opportunity, making the most of it, and building the life you've always wanted. Remember, it's not about waiting for the right moment, it's about creating it. Every new year brings with it a unique opportunity to start afresh. Whether the year is filled with triumphs or challenges, it's yours to shape. So when the new year comes, don't let it pass you by without seizing the chance to make it count. To move toward your goals, to grow into the person you were meant to become. The opportunity is in your hands. The question is, what will you do with it? Focus on what truly matters. In a world filled with distractions, noise, and constant demands on our attention, it's easy to get caught up in things that seem urgent but aren't important. Every day we face choices about where to place our time, energy, and resources. We often spend hours on things that don't contribute to our growth, happiness, or success, things that pull us away from our true purpose and the things that really matter. The key to a fulfilled life is not in how much we do, but in how much of what we do actually aligns with our deepest values and most important goals. The first step in focusing on what truly matters is clarity. You must define what is truly important to you. What are the things that will bring you lasting fulfillment, growth, and success? It's not enough to go through life passively, letting circumstances dictate what demands your attention. Instead, you must take the time to reflect on what you want to achieve in your life and what kind of person you want to become. What goals align with your deepest values? What passions do you want to pursue? What relationships are worth your investment? When you have clarity on these questions, you can begin to filter out the distractions that pull you away from your true purpose. We live in a time when distractions are more abundant than ever before. Social media, news cycles, and endless tasks can fill our days, but rarely do they contribute to meaningful progress. These distractions are often designed to capture your attention, to pull you away from your true priorities, and to keep you in a state of constant reaction. Yet, time is finite, and the more we give away our attention to trivial matters, the less we have for what is truly important. If we are not careful, we can find ourselves spending years or even decades chasing things that ultimately don't matter, leaving our true dreams and desires unmet. Focusing on what truly matters requires discipline. It's not about doing everything, but about choosing wisely what you dedicate yourself to. This might mean setting boundaries, saying no to things that don't align with your purpose, and protecting your time. It means learning to prioritize your time, making conscious decisions about what to invest in, and staying true to what matters most. When you make time for the things that truly matter, you make space for progress, growth, and a life that reflects your values. It also requires the ability to ignore the noise. People will always have opinions, demands, and expectations. There will always be something calling for your attention. Whether it's a fleeting trend, a conversation that doesn't serve your goals, or an opportunity that isn't aligned with your purpose. In these moments, you must have the courage to say no and to stay focused on what truly matters. This can be hard, especially when the external world is full of distractions, but true success comes when you are able to tune out the noise and stay connected to your core vision. Focusing on what truly matters is also about being present. It's easy to get caught up in the future, in what you hope to achieve or what might happen down the road. But the present moment is where all your power lies. If you're constantly living in the future or the past, you're not truly living. The moments you spend focusing on your family, on your growth, on your passions, and on your work, all the things that matter are the moments that create a meaningful life. Don't let your time slip away without being fully present in the now. True focus comes when you dedicate yourself to the moment at hand, giving your full attention to what is truly important right here and right now. Moreover, focusing on what truly matters also involves aligning your actions with your words. We often say we want certain things in life: success, happiness, love, fulfillment, but are our actions reflecting those desires? Are you living in alignment with your highest values, or are you being pulled in a dozen different directions? If you want something to matter, you must show it through your actions. Your actions are what turn dreams into reality, and they are what reflect your true priorities. So ask yourself, are your actions in harmony with the things that truly matter to you? Finally, focusing on what truly matters means knowing when to let go. Often we hold on to things, people, or situations out of fear, attachment, or obligation. But not everything is meant to stay in our lives forever. Sometimes letting go of what no longer serves you, whether it's a toxic relationship, a dead-end job, or even an outdated belief, opens up the space for new opportunities, growth, and progress. Focusing on what truly matters requires the wisdom to release what isn't contributing to your life, so you can make room for the things that will. At the end of the day, the secret to a meaningful and fulfilling life is simple focus on what truly matters. Identify what aligns with your values, prioritize your time and energy around these things, and stay disciplined and present in your actions. Life will always present challenges and distractions, but when you stay true to what truly matters, you will always find your way forward, no matter what. The world may try to pull you in different directions, but when you focus on what's important, you become unstoppable. Personal growth is a lifelong journey. It is not something that happens overnight or as a result of a single decision. It is a continuous process, one that unfolds over time as we learn, adapt, and evolve. The path to growth is not linear. It is filled with moments of challenge, setbacks, and even doubts. But it is precisely through these moments that we discover the depths of our potential and build the strength to continue moving forward. Personal growth requires a commitment to self-discovery and a willingness to change, to become more than what we were yesterday. It's not just about achieving a goal or reaching a destination. It's about the transformation that occurs within us as we move through the process. The journey of personal growth begins with a mindset shift, a decision to take control of your life and actively pursue self-improvement. It starts with recognizing that we all have areas where we can grow, areas where we can be better versions of ourselves. The key is to be open to learning, to embrace the fact that we don't have all the answers, and that growth often comes from the willingness to confront our weaknesses, mistakes, and limitations. When we understand that growth is not about perfection but progress, we can begin to approach life with a sense of curiosity and a desire to continuously improve. Throughout life, there are countless opportunities for growth. Each interaction, each challenge, and each experience offers a chance to develop further. The journey may require learning new skills, gaining new perspectives, or stepping outside of our comfort zones. It may involve letting go of old habits or beliefs that no longer serve us and replacing them with new ones that align with our evolving understanding of who we are and what we want to become. Personal growth is about becoming more conscious of the choices we make and how they shape the person we are becoming. It is about recognizing that every action, every thought, and every decision is an opportunity to grow. There will be moments of doubt and discouragement along the way. The path of personal growth is often filled with obstacles that seem insurmountable, with moments where progress feels slow or non-existent. But these moments are not signs of failure. They are simply part of the process. They remind us that growth isn't always visible on the surface, and that sometimes we must face adversity in order to emerge stronger and more resilient. The setbacks we face in life are often the very things that help us develop the perseverance, patience, and determination needed to move forward. Another crucial part of personal growth is self-reflection. It's easy to get caught up in the busyness of life and forget to take a step back and evaluate where we are on our journey. Self-reflection gives us the opportunity to look inward, to examine our beliefs, actions, and goals, and to make necessary adjustments. It is through self-reflection that we gain clarity about our values and our purpose, and we can realign ourselves when we feel off track. Without reflection, growth becomes a series of aimless actions without deeper meaning, and we may find ourselves repeating old patterns without realizing it. One of the most profound aspects of personal growth is the recognition that it never ends. Just when you think you've reached a certain level of growth or achieved a certain goal, you realize that there is always more to discover about yourself. There is always another layer to peel back, another challenge to face, and another way to evolve. Personal growth is not a destination but a lifelong process. As long as you are alive, there is always an opportunity to grow, to improve, and to become a better version of yourself. The journey of personal growth also requires patience. Society often places pressure on us to achieve success quickly, to get things done fast, and to see results immediately. But true growth takes time. It's a gradual process that requires consistent effort, a willingness to learn from mistakes, and the ability to stay committed even when progress is slow. The most meaningful and lasting changes in life are not those that happen overnight, but those that are built over time through consistent, dedicated effort. There is no end to personal growth, only a continuous process of evolution. You will always encounter new challenges and new opportunities to learn. You may find yourself growing in one area of your life only to realize that there is more to explore in another. Personal growth teaches us to embrace change and to see it not as something to fear, but as an essential part of who we are becoming. It encourages us to live with intention, to constantly assess and reassess what truly matters to us, and to grow in alignment with those values. In the end, personal growth is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming more of who you truly are. It's about uncovering your true potential, about shedding the layers that hold you back, and about stepping into the fullness of who you are meant to be. The beauty of personal growth lies in the fact that it is a deeply individual journey, unique to each person, yet universal in its essence. No one can define your growth for you. It is a path that only you can walk, but it is a path that is worth walking every single day. Eliminating the fear of failure is one of the most powerful steps you can take toward achieving your true potential. Fear of failure often holds us back from even trying, keeping us stuck in a place of comfort where we feel safe but also stagnant. The fear of not succeeding, of making mistakes, or of falling short can paralyze us and prevent us from taking risks that could lead to growth and opportunity. Yet, in reality, failure is not something to fear but something to embrace, as it is an integral part of the learning process and the path to success. The first step in eliminating the fear of failure is understanding that failure is not the opposite of success, but rather a part of it. Every successful person has encountered failure at some point. It is through failure we learn the lessons that success cannot teach. When you shift your mindset to see failure not as a dead end, but as a stepping stone, it becomes easier to take action. You realize that failure is not something that defines you. It is an experience that teaches you what doesn't work so you can adjust your approach and try again. Fear of failure often stems from a fear of judgment, fear of what others will think, fear of being criticized, or fear of disappointing others. But this fear can hold you hostage and limit your ability to take meaningful action. To eliminate this fear, you must learn to let go of the need for external validation. The only person whose opinion truly matters when it comes to your growth is you. If you spend your life worrying about what others think, you'll never take the risk necessary for personal and professional growth. Instead, focus on your own standards and your own definition of success. When you align your actions with your true values, the fear of judgment begins to fade away. Another important aspect of overcoming the fear of failure is understanding that failure is not permanent. It doesn't define your abilities, your worth, or your potential. Failure is simply a temporary state, a moment in time where things didn't go according to plan. Just because you failed at something doesn't mean you are a failure. In fact, failing is often an indicator that you're pushing yourself, taking risks, and stepping outside of your comfort zone. It means you're trying, which is far more valuable than playing it safe and never attempting anything new. With each failure, you gain experience and grow stronger, learning what doesn't work and gaining wisdom that helps you adjust for future success. It's also crucial to understand that failure is not something to be avoided, but rather something to be learned from. Every time you fail, there is a lesson to be gained, a valuable insight that can guide you in your next attempt. When you approach failure as a teacher, you begin to welcome it rather than fear it. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I adjust my approach moving forward? The more you embrace failure as a source of knowledge, the less power it has to hold you back. A shift in perspective is key to eliminating the fear of failure. Instead of viewing failure as something negative, see it as an opportunity for growth. Think of failure as a feedback mechanism, a way for you to understand what works and what doesn't, what to keep and what to discard. Successful people are not those who avoid failure, but those who are willing to face it, learn from it, and keep going. They don't see failure as an endpoint, but as a process, a part of the journey. When you adopt this mindset, failure no longer has the power to stop you. It becomes just another part of your evolution. One of the most powerful ways to eliminate the fear of failure is to take action. Often, fear of failure is a result of overthinking and indecision. When we stay in our heads, we can imagine all the ways something could go wrong. But when we take that first step, the fear of failure starts to lose its grip. Action is the antidote to fear. It's in the doing that you begin to realize that the worst case scenario is rarely as bad as we imagine. Every small step you take builds your confidence, and every attempt, regardless of the outcome, brings you closer to your goal. By focusing on the process rather than the outcome, you begin to detach your self-worth from success or failure, allowing yourself to simply experience and learn. Surrounding yourself with people who encourage and support your growth can also help eliminate the fear of failure. When you have a network of individuals who believe in your potential, who lift you up and provide constructive feedback, it becomes easier to take risks. Their support can help you move past the fear of failure and embrace the journey with confidence. When you know that failure doesn't mean rejection, that it's just a part of the process, you are more likely to take bold action, knowing that you have a support system that will help you through the tough times. Lastly, eliminate the fear of failure by redefining success. So often we tie success to a specific outcome and achievement, a goal met, a result realized. But success is not just about reaching a destination, it's about the growth that occurs along the way. Every step you take toward your goals, every lesson you learn, every time you get back up after falling, that is success. Success is not about avoiding failure. It's about seeing failure as a tool to propel you forward. When you redefine success in this way, you remove the pressure of perfection and embrace the process, knowing that each step, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, is progress. Fear of failure is natural, but it should never stop you from pursuing your dreams and goals. When you shift your perspective, take action, and embrace failure as a part of the journey, you eliminate its power over you. Failure is not something to avoid, it is something to learn from. And in that learning, you find your greatest strength and the key to reaching your true potential. The cost of inaction is often far greater than the consequences of taking a wrong step. Inaction might seem like a safe choice, a way to avoid risk or failure, but in reality, it is a decision in itself, a decision to remain stuck, to let opportunities slip away, and to settle for less than what is possible. Every day that you delay action is a day lost in the pursuit of your dreams, your growth, and your potential. The cost of inaction is not just measured in missed opportunities, it is also reflected in the stagnation of your life, in the erosion of your confidence, and in the deepening regret that comes from knowing you didn't try. When you choose inaction, you are allowing fear, uncertainty, and doubt to dictate your future. The fear of failure, the fear of making the wrong choice, or the fear of the unknown can paralyze you, but this paralysis comes at a high price. While you remain stuck in hesitation, others who take action, even imperfect action, are moving forward, learning, adapting, and growing. The gap between those who act and those who don't widens with time. And the longer you stay in place, the harder it becomes to catch up. Inaction gives you no room to improve, to grow, or to learn from your mistakes. It keeps you trapped in a cycle of missed opportunities and unmet potential. The cost of inaction also manifests in the form of unfulfilled potential. Every person has within them a vast reservoir of untapped potential, skills, and talents. But if you don't take action to unlock these gifts, they remain dormant, wasted. Each moment spent waiting for the perfect time or for the conditions to be just right is a moment that could have been spent taking a step toward growth, toward mastery, or toward achieving your goals. Time once lost can never be regained, and inaction robs you of the chance to become the person you are meant to be. Inaction can also damage your self-esteem and confidence. The longer you delay, the more you reinforce the belief that you are incapable or unworthy of success. Every time you avoid taking action, you tell yourself that you are not capable of achieving your dreams, that you are not ready, or that you don't deserve it. Over time, this mindset becomes ingrained, and the fear of failure or rejection grows stronger. Inaction feeds self-doubt, creating a vicious cycle that keeps you from stepping outside your comfort zone. As your confidence diminishes, the gap between where you are and where you want to be grows wider, making it harder to take the first step. Another cost of inaction is the loss of momentum. Action breeds momentum, and momentum fuels progress. The more you do, the more energy and motivation you generate. When you act, even if imperfectly, you create a forward motion that makes it easier to continue, to take the next step, and to gain confidence in your ability to succeed. But inaction breeds stagnation. When you do nothing, you lose the energy and motivation needed to move forward. It's easy to become complacent when you aren't actively pursuing something, and complacency locks you into a life of mediocrity. Inaction traps you in the status quo, preventing growth and progress. Moreover, inaction costs you relationships and opportunities. The longer you delay taking action in your personal and professional life, the more you miss out on connecting with others, learning from them, and building valuable relationships. Every decision you don't make, every phone call you don't place, every risk you don't take could have led you to new collaborations, friendships, or opportunities. The world moves quickly, and while you hesitate, others are creating opportunities for themselves and advancing. Inaction isolates you, and it creates a sense of being left behind. The cost of inaction is also seen in the toll it takes on your happiness and fulfillment. When you choose to remain inactive, you are essentially resigning yourself to a life of unfulfilled desires, dreams that never come to fruition, and goals that are never pursued. Over time, this can create a deep sense of dissatisfaction. The regret of what you could have done, the life you could have built, becomes a heavy burden that weighs on your heart. You may convince yourself that you are avoiding pain by doing nothing, but the pain of regret and unfulfilled potential is far greater than the temporary discomfort of taking action and facing challenges. The fear of failure, the uncertainty of success, or the discomfort of stepping out of your comfort zone are all valid feelings, but they pale in comparison to the long-term cost of inaction. Action, even if imperfect, is always better than doing nothing. It allows you to learn, to grow, and to adjust. It opens doors and reveals new possibilities. Inaction, on the other hand, keeps you in a place where nothing changes, where no growth happens, and where you remain trapped in a cycle of hesitation. At the heart of inaction is the illusion of safety. It feels like staying where you are is the safe choice, but in reality, it's the riskiest. The real danger lies in not taking action, because time is the one resource you can never get back. Every day you spend avoiding action is a day of your life that you can never recover. Every moment of hesitation is a missed opportunity for growth, for connection, and for achievement. The cost of inaction is ultimately the cost of a life half-lived, of dreams unrealized, and a potential never reached. The only way to break free from the cost of inaction is to choose to act. Start small, take imperfect steps, but take action nonetheless. When you move forward, even in uncertainty, you open up new possibilities for yourself. You break free from the grip of fear, you take control of your destiny, and you begin to experience the rewards of living a life of purpose and intention. The cost of inaction is high, but the cost of taking action is an investment in your future, in your dreams, and in the life you were meant to live. Taking responsibility for your life is one of the most empowering choices you can make. It means acknowledging that you are the creator of your own reality, the architect of your own future, and the driver of your own success. When you take responsibility for your life, you stop blaming others or external circumstances for where you are. Instead, you accept that every decision you make, every action you take, and every belief you hold has contributed to the life you are living right now. It is the realization that no one else is responsible for your happiness, your success, or your fulfillment, only you. This mindset shift is critical because it frees you from the chains of victimhood. Many people live their lives in reaction to external circumstances, believing that they are at the mercy of life's challenges. They blame their past, their upbringing, their lack of resources, or other people for where they find themselves. While it is true that we all face challenges and setbacks, those things don't define us. How we respond to them, how we take responsibility for our actions, and how we choose to learn and grow from our experiences ultimately shapes our future. By accepting full responsibility, you reclaim your power and stop letting life happen to you. Instead, you start making life happen for you. Taking responsibility also means recognizing that you have the ability to change your circumstances. No matter where you are right now, you have the power to take different actions and make different choices that can lead you toward the life you desire. It is easy to fall into the trap of feeling helpless, especially when facing difficult situations. But the truth is that you always have choices, even if they are not immediately obvious. Taking responsibility means embracing the idea that you can change your mindset, your habits, and your actions at any given moment. It means acknowledging that if something in your life is not working, you have the power to change it. Another aspect of taking responsibility is accepting the consequences of your choices. Every choice you make, whether big or small, has consequences. When you take responsibility for your life, you stop making excuses and start accepting those consequences, both the positive and the negative. When things go wrong, instead of shifting blame or feeling sorry for yourself, you ask yourself what you can learn from the situation. What can you do differently next time? What choices or actions led to this outcome? This kind of reflection helps you grow, improve, and take more intentional steps moving forward. It turns every failure into a lesson and every challenge into an opportunity for growth. Taking responsibility for your life also means taking ownership of your emotions. Many people allow their feelings to be controlled by external circumstances or by the actions of others. When someone is rude to you, when things don't go your way, or when life presents difficulties, it is easy to feel like a victim of your emotions. However, when you take responsibility, you recognize that you have control over how you react. No one can make you feel anything without your consent. You may not be able to control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. This level of emotional maturity gives you the freedom to choose peace, to choose gratitude, and to choose joy, regardless of your external circumstances. Taking responsibility also means prioritizing your own growth and development. It's easy to blame others or life circumstances for not having achieved your goals, but in the end, your growth is up to you. You must take the initiative to seek out knowledge, acquire new skills, and challenge yourself to go beyond your comfort zone. The world is full of opportunities, but it's up to you to seize them. When you take responsibility for your life, you no longer wait for opportunities to come to you. You actively seek them out and create them. You understand that growth is a continuous process, and you commit to always evolving, learning, and pushing your limits. Furthermore, taking responsibility for your life means letting go of excuses. Excuses are often the greatest obstacles to progress. It's easy to tell yourself that you don't have enough time, that you're not talented enough, or that you're too old or too young. But when you take responsibility, you acknowledge that everyone faces challenges and limitations, and that these are not reasons to stop moving forward. Excuses are often just ways of avoiding action, of keeping you in a state of comfort when nothing changes. When you stop making excuses, you start finding solutions. You realize that if you truly want something, you will find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. Taking responsibility also means taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional health. Your well-being is ultimately your responsibility. It is easy to neglect your health or to blame external factors for how you feel. But when you take responsibility, you realize that the choices you make regarding your health directly impact your quality of life. Eating healthy, exercising, getting enough rest, and managing stress are all within your control. When you take care of your body and mind, You are better equipped to handle life's challenges, to pursue your goals, and to experience fulfillment. Taking responsibility also means that you are not waiting for someone else to give you permission to live the life you want. Too many people wait for external validation or approval before they take action. They wait for the right time, the right circumstances, or the right opportunity. But the truth is, the right time is now. Waiting for permission only delays your progress. The moment you take responsibility for your life, you stop waiting for someone else to tell you what to do, and you start making the decisions that will move you forward. You become the leader of your own life, and you realize that you have the power to shape your destiny. Ultimately, taking responsibility for your life means living with intention. It means being aware of the choices you make and the impact those choices have on your life and the lives of others. It means living with purpose, knowing that each day is an opportunity to move closer to your goals, to improve yourself, and to create the life you envision. When you take responsibility for your life, you stop being passive and start becoming active in creating the life you want. You recognize that the power to change your life lies within you, and that you alone are responsible for the actions you take, the goals you pursue, and the future you build. Success is not a random event or a stroke of luck. It is the result of consistent, deliberate actions taken over time. It is easy to look at successful people and assume that they somehow stumble upon their achievements, but the truth is their success is built upon a foundation of purposeful, intentional steps. Success doesn't happen overnight. It is a process, one that requires patience, persistence, and a clear focus on the actions that will lead you to your goals. Every success story is a compilation of decisions, actions, and learning moments that align with a greater vision. The first element of success is the clarity of vision. Without a clear sense of where you are going, every action you take becomes a shot in the dark. Successful people know exactly what they want, and this vision drives them to take specific, intentional actions that align with their goals. Clarity acts as a compass, guiding every step along the journey. Without it, it's easy to get distracted, lose focus, and waste time on actions that don't move you closer to your desired outcome. The more specific your vision, the more deliberate your actions will be, making each step more effective. Once you have a vision, success requires planning. It's not enough to simply want something. You must take the time to map out the steps that will take you from where you are to where you want to be. Planning helps you break down your goals into manageable tasks and ensures that you are taking the right actions at the right times. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the big picture. But when you focus on the smaller tasks that lead to that big goal, progress becomes more tangible and achievable. Planning is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to go. Success is also built on consistency. Taking one step in the right direction is important, but it is the repeated actions over time that create lasting results. Success is not a sprint, it is a marathon. And the key to endurance is consistency. This means showing up day after day, even when motivation wanes or obstacles arise. Consistent effort compounds over time, and small, deliberate actions add up to big results. It's easy to give up when you don't see immediate progress, but real success is often the result of persistent effort when others have quit or lost focus. Action alone, however, is not enough. The actions you take must be aligned with your goals and values. This alignment ensures that every step you take moves you in the right direction. If your actions are not aligned with your vision, they will be ineffective or even counterproductive. Deliberate action means consciously choosing steps that move you closer to your desired outcome. It's about making intentional choices each day that add up to long-term success. It requires focus and discipline, knowing that the right actions will eventually lead to the right results. But success also requires learning from mistakes. Along the way, setbacks are inevitable. Not every action you take will lead to success, and that's okay. What matters is how you respond to those failures. Successful people don't see failure as the end, they see it as a lesson, an opportunity to learn and adapt. Each failure teaches you something valuable about what works and what doesn't. When you take deliberate action, you are constantly learning and refining your approach, which ultimately leads to greater success. Moreover, success is often the result of doing what others are unwilling to do. Deliberate action means pushing yourself to take steps that may be uncomfortable or challenging. It means stepping outside your comfort zone and doing the hard work that others might avoid. While it's tempting to take the easy route, success comes to those who are willing to put in the extra effort, who are willing to face the difficulties and challenges that others shy away from. It's a discipline to keep moving forward, even when it's hard, that separates those who achieve success from those who don't. Deliberate action also means making decisions with purpose and conviction. Too often we hesitate to make decisions because we fear making the wrong choice. But inaction is far more damaging than making a decision that might not work out. Taking deliberate action means trusting your judgment, making choices based on the information available, and moving forward with confidence. Every decision is a step, and even if you don't have all the answers, taking action is always better than doing nothing at all. In this way, success is as much about courage and decisiveness as it is about skill or talent. In addition, success requires time management. Deliberate actions need to be scheduled and prioritized. Without effective time management, it's easy to get caught up in tasks that don't contribute to your long-term goals. Successful people know how to manage their time effectively, focusing on high-impact activities that move them closer to success. It's about making sure that your time is spent on actions that align with your vision and not on distractions that take you off course. Time is a finite resource, and once you recognize its value, you will take deliberate action to use it wisely. Finally, success is about building the right habits. The actions you take each day over time become ingrained as habits. It's the daily habits of discipline, hard work, and focus that ultimately lead to success. Success is not just about what you do on occasion, but about what you do consistently. Your daily habits, whether it's how you manage your time, how you approach challenges, or how you take care of yourself, all contribute to your long-term success. But action becomes second nature when it is practiced consistently, and these habits build the foundation for lasting achievement. Success is a process, not a destination. It is a journey made up of many small, deliberate actions taken with clarity, focus, and consistency. It is the sum of all the decisions you make, the steps you take, and the effort you put forth day in and day out. When you approach success with intention, recognizing that each action contributes to the whole, you begin to see that success is not something that just happens. It is something that you create through purposeful and determined effort. Legacy is not something that is built in a single moment or event. It is constructed every day through the actions we take, the decisions we make, and the way we interact with the world around us. Many people think of legacy as something that is left behind after a person's life, something that is only realized at the end of one's journey. However, legacy is something that is being shaped with each passing day, each choice you make, and each interaction you have. It is a reflection of the way you live your life, and it grows and evolves with every action you take that aligns with your values, purpose, and goals. Every day presents an opportunity to build the legacy you want to leave behind. Every small act of kindness, every decision made with integrity, every step taken in pursuit of your dreams is a piece of the legacy you are creating. Legacy isn't just about grand gestures or monumental achievements. It's about the daily habits, the way you treat others, and the way you live according to your principles. Whether you realize it or not, everything you do leaves an imprint. And those imprints add up over time to create a story of your life that will be remembered long after you're gone. The way you interact with others also plays a significant role in shaping your legacy. The impact you have on the people around you, the way you listen, the way you support, and the way you show empathy leaves lasting impressions. It's often the way you make people feel that remains with them the longest. A kind word, a moment of encouragement, or a simple gesture of help can ripple out into the world, affecting others in ways you may never fully understand. The relationships you build, the trust you cultivate, and the love you share with others are all key components of the legacy you create. A life well lived is one that leaves behind a trail of positive influence in the lives of others. Your daily commitment to growth and self-improvement also contributes to the legacy you build. Every time you learn something new, overcome a challenge, or refine a skill, you are adding to the foundation of your legacy. Legacy is not just about what you achieve, but about who you become in the process. The person you grow into over the years, the character you develop, the resilience you build, and the wisdom you acquire becomes part of the legacy that will continue to influence the world long after you're gone. A legacy built on personal growth is a legacy that endures as it inspires others to also grow, to evolve, and to become the best versions of themselves. Legacy is also shaped by the sacrifices you make and the challenges you face. Every difficult moment, every setback, and every obstacle that you encounter presents an opportunity to demonstrate perseverance, strength, and character. The way you handle adversity speaks volumes about who you are and what you stand for. A legacy is often built not in times of ease, but in times of struggle. When you face challenges with grace and determination, you show others that success is not defined by never falling, but by getting back up every time you do. Your ability to navigate life's hardships with resilience and optimism will inspire future generations and leave a lasting impact on those who witness your journey. Building a meaningful legacy also requires intentionality. It's easy to go through life passively, letting circumstances dictate your actions, but a life that leaves a strong legacy is one that is lived deliberately. To create the legacy you desire, you must live with purpose. This means being intentional about your choices, your relationships, and the way you allocate your time and energy. Every day is an opportunity to ask yourself, what kind of legacy do I want to leave? How can I make today count toward that legacy? When you approach each day with this mindset, you are actively contributing to the story of your life and ensuring that your legacy is one of significance. At the same time, your legacy is influenced by the values you hold dear. The principles you live by, the standards you uphold, and the integrity you demonstrate are all foundational elements of your legacy. When you live by your values, you build a legacy of authenticity and honor. Others are inspired by your example, and your legacy becomes a beacon that continues to guide them long after you have gone. Living a life of integrity means that your legacy is not just built on accomplishments, but on the depth of character that defines you. People will remember not just what you did, but how you did it, and how you did it, and how your actions align with your deepest beliefs. As time passes, your legacy grows. But it is always a result of what you do in the present moment. The choices you make today will affect how you are remembered tomorrow. Every small decision to act with kindness, to pursue your dreams, to lift someone up, or to act with integrity is a step toward building a lasting legacy. What you do today may seem insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but it is these daily actions that compound over time, shaping the legacy that will be left behind. The person you are becoming now, the choices you are making today, and the impact you are having on those around you will form the narrative of your life. Legacy is also about passing something on to future generations. It is about sharing your wisdom, your knowledge, and your experiences with those who come after you. It's about teaching others the lessons you've learned along the way and equipping them with the tools they need to succeed. Whether it's through mentoring, teaching, or simply being an example, you are helping to shape the future with the legacy you leave behind. Your story, your lessons, and your wisdom can continue to guide others and inspire them to live lives of purpose, passion, and integrity. Legacy is built every day, not just through monumental events, but through the way we live our lives moment by moment. It's a daily commitment to the kind of life you want to be remembered for. It's about living with intention, choosing to act in alignment with your values, and creating a positive impact on those around you. Your legacy is not just what you leave behind when you're gone. It is the ongoing influence you have in the world, shaping lives, inspiring others, and creating a ripple effect that endures far beyond your time on earth. Remember, legacy is not something you wait to build at the end of your life. It is something you are actively creating every single day. It is not defined by grand gestures, but by the consistent actions you take, the choices you make, and the relationships you nurture. Each day is an opportunity to shape the legacy you leave behind, a legacy that will live on in the lives of others, in the lessons you impart, and in the example you set. So ask yourself, what kind of legacy do you want to leave? What will people remember about you when you're gone? Understand that you have the power to shape that legacy starting right now. Your actions, your values, and your dedication to making a positive impact matter today, tomorrow, and for generations to come. Build your legacy with intention, with purpose, and with love. Make each day count. Because the legacy you create today will be the foundation of the future you leave behind.